into our daily lives, like eating and exercise. Today, I promote energy healing, and I hope that after you learn it, you can help people around you, especially those people with serious illness or cancer. Today, I especially feel for patients who have cancer and their family members. If they're very weak, they cannot come to my class, I will go to their home to help them. My brother died of leukemia. At that time, we offered him good financial support, but not much support other than that. Even up to this date, when I think about that, I feel sad. I regret that I didn't support him more. I can understand the suffering patient cancer and their family go through. So I especially would like to discuss with you cancer cases. Energy healing can really help a lot for cancer patients. First, it can reduce the suffering after chemotherapy and to improve the quality of their life. I have some experiences helping cancer patients, and I'm going to share with you. Energy healing is especially effective to relieve the suffering after cancer treatment. I have experienced many cases. And also, after the treatment, the patient might feel very weak. Energy healing can help too. I haven't done many cases yet, but it can help the patient to regain their energy. And also, for a few cases I have experienced, it can prevent the recurrence of cancer, the relapse of cancer. So if you do the energy healing often, this will prevent the cancer to come back or to spread to other places. I also have experiences using this energy to help terminal stage cancer patients to relieve their suffering. Very effective. These cannot be provided by modern medicine. Use energy healing does not conflict with modern medical treatment. It complements it. But everybody, the severity of the illness is different. Different people have different lifestyles. I can't really, guarantee that it will prevent cancer relapse, but it can help. I'm going to share with you some of the cancer cases. Some people during their cancer treatment, and they will say, "Oh, the doctor is very optimistic, but you got to be very careful." Of course, your doctor wants you to be in a very good mood, because good mood will help you to heal faster. But I want you to be very careful. I don't want you to take your illness lightly. I have a friend. His mother had breast cancer during his middle age, and 10 years later, the brain has cancer, and it was actually the metastasis from old breast cancer. Another friend died 6 years ago. Her breast cancer has spread to the brain, and she died. At that time, I didn't know much about energy healing. I didn't help her much. 10 years ago, my friend's brother in Hawaii was diagnosed with nasopharyngeal cancer. At that time, I could only do it I could not teach them. I could not open people's chakra. So I encouraged him to take his brother to learn energy healing. And he said, "Oh, thank you. The treatment was very successful." But 6 months later, he died. 3 years ago, my friend's nephew had cancer, and I told him that to learn energy healing, and he said, "Oh, there's no need. The modern medicine is very precise. It can precisely treat locally the cancer and will not harm the healthy tissue around it." But soon after that, his nephew passed away. In Texas, one of my friends, last year, he was diagnosed with colon cancer. And later, it spread to the lungs. So even though your cancer has been treated successfully, and the doctor tell you that you only need to come back for follow-up, but you need to learn the energy healing, help yourself, good lifestyle, live a good lifestyle, exercise, then you will have the best chance to win this battle against your cancer. My friend told me an old lady in her 70s, after she had the surgery of her brain cancer, the doctor said she only had 6 months to live. And she and her husband learned energy healing. She lived for additional 3.5 years. Later, her husband said, "It wasn't. What is critical is not 6 months more or 3.5 years more of life she lived. It is that the energy healing make her wife live a good life, live a life of good quality in her last 3.5 years. Like Buddha said, we don't know when we will die, but when we are still breathing, we want to live a life of good quality with dignity." I help one terminal stage breast cancer patient. In the last months before she passed away, the pain can be reduced by the universal energy, and she did not need to use very strong pain medicine. Another case, my friend's father in his 80s, the terminal stage cancer. Because of the energy healing, because of the universal energy, he didn't suffer much until he passed away. Now, let me teach you how to cleanse the blood. Blood filtration or blood cleansing technique for cancer patients. This technique is taught in the 3rd level class. We conduct this universal energy to cleanse our body and to enhance our metabolism. One hand lightly placed on the illness area, and the other hand, the tips of the 3 fingers placed on the middle, and the base in the middle area of the base of the palm. Lightly place your finger in the middle of your wrist and then wrap around. Or you can wrap it from the other side. It's up to you. Or you can lay your hand like this on the wrist area. This is for blood cleansing technique. One hand put on the wrist to cleanse the blood, the other hand put on the cancer area. Blood cleansing only for serious illness like cancer. Common illness, you don't need to use this. If someone who doesn't have hands, you can use carotid artery area. We do it 5 to 7 minutes for blood cleansing. But in some of the conditions, you cannot use blood cleansing for bleeding cases or snake bite, because the snake bite, if you use blood cleansing technique, which will enhance the blood circulation and will spread the venom faster, so don't use it. Let me tell you how to help cancer patients. If this cancer patient is very weak, how can you help him regain his energy in a short period of time? One hand C7 and the other hand for C2 and C3 for 5 to 7 minutes. Soon after that, patient will feel more energy, or the discomfort will be relieved. 5 to 7 minutes, one hand on C7, the other hand on C2, C3, C6, C7, or C2, C3 for 10 minutes. And the patient will have more energy after that. So for cancer patient, one hand C6, C7, the other hand C2, C3 for 5 to 10 minutes. C6, C7 hand still stay there, and the other hand do C5. After that, and you do blood cleansing on the cancer area. If it's lung cancer, one hand, one side of both lungs, so you can one hand on the lung, the other hand do blood cleansing on the wrist. After blood cleansing on the wrist, then you can work on the other organs. So C7 first, and the other hand on the cancer area. 5-10 minutes or longer. After that, you do the chakra that govern the cancer organ, like stomach cancer. So one hand on C7, and the other hand on chakra 4, on chakra 3. If you want to do it more thoroughly, after that, you can do C2, 3, and the other hand liver, and also kidney, spleen for 5 to 7 minutes. Because those chemotherapy patients, the chemo might harm the liver, and the spleen actually is the storage of our blood, so you need to enhance the function of the spleen. And you can work on colon, because colon need to eliminate the toxic waste from the chemo medicine. So if you do that, it will help the patient excrete more toxic medicine. And if cancer patient, they want to do themselves, well, they cannot reach C4 and C5, and you can work on the front. One hand on C7 and the other hand C5 and C4. Just work in the front, in the chest area. Cancer patient, if they want to do themselves, they can lie down, one hand on C7. They can lie in bed, or they can sit in a recliner. Find a spot to rest the elbow, and one hand on C7, and he can start from the top, throat area, 10 minutes. This is corresponding to the C5, and then the heart represents C4. C4 and C7 especially important for cancer patient, because a lot of chemotherapy patient, they